Put them on the endangered species list.
This is the Horrible Film School. Take a seat and slowly peel open those trapper keepers. I am Chris, and I am here with Professor Hootie.
What's up, fellas? I might be the most excited I've been in all of our episodes for episode 100.
It took us 100 tries to get him excited, Joy. How does that feel?
Oh, I can hear it in his voice. I can feel the tingling in his little nutsack.
Yeah, a little tickle going on there. We are also joined by the hairiest of primates, Professor Joey, a.k.a. Dr. Nasty.
Back then, they didn't want me. Now that I'm hot, they all own me. Can I get some claps for episode 100?
I don't know whether the mic's going to pick that up, but we'll see.
No, they got mine. I'm looking at my levels right here. It's very crisp, very clean. Very consistent.
It's going up a boom, 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 boom.
Holy shit! Well, by the time any of this makes it to post, I'll decide what's going to be heard there, boys. So, with this episode 100 laid bare before us, before we crack this egg open, let's take a minute, take a breath, go over a little bit of news first. The Killer Clowns from Outer Space remake is in the works, with Ryan Gosling set to produce the film.
Fuck, I thought you was being set the star.
I know. When I first read it,
how fucking sick would that have been?
Because, they tease you with an image of Ryan Gosling from, Drive. I was like, there's no fucking way he's going to star in that.
Going to end up being that fucking cuck from Hunger Games. Peter, what's his name? Peter Malak? Going to end up being that guy?
Like Josh Hutcherson?
Yeah, Josh Hutcherson.
I can't even think about anything in the movie that we're covering right now, boys. Okay? Just move on.
Them clowns from outer space. All right, I'm going to keep it short. I got two more for you. Here's one. This one's for Ryan Hootie specifically. Let's see how long it takes you to realize what the shout out is really about. Southern Gothic thriller Salvation has been acquired by ITN Films. Does that mean anything to anyone?
What's the film company?
ITN
Is it some
Films.
Thomas Jane run shit or something?
Oh, no, Thomas Jane runs Renegade Pictures.
Of course he runs Renegade Pictures, the stupidest fucking named studio on the planet.
This film stars Skeet Ulrich and Thomas Jane.
What? Yes.
The poster, man. The poster just grabbed me. Oh, this is the most Ryan Hootie poster I've ever seen.
Oh, my God. I can't wait to look at it.
Skeet Ulrich is back. And Thomas Jane and Thomas Jane at the end there.
Just two washed out 90s actors. I love to see it.
That's the Punisher, but you better watch what you got to say about that guy.
Well, I'm glad that we got Thomas or Tom into episode 100.
It wouldn't be an episode without TJ representation, so there's that. Last thing I got is an FYI. The first teaser for Zach Kreger's new horror film, Weapons, has been released. Have you guys seen this little creepy-ass 30-second clip they got?
Hey, yeah, actually, it's Josh Brolin's in this bitch, dude. So it's going to be like some serious firepower.
Yeah, he said it's a much weirder film than Barbarian. This is the comedian who made Barbarian.
It's going to really affect you, Chris, because you have children.
No, here's the little synopsis. It says the film follows a town where an entire classroom of children all mysteriously disappear one night without a trace.
Except for one kid.
That can mean anything. The teaser is like a little kid running through somebody's front yard at night.
With their arms outstretched. They're doing like a fucking Naruto run.
Some Slender Man looking shit. Yeah, it's very disturbing.
I have not seen this, but add it to my list of things to look up after the show.
Yeah, keep your eyes open.
The trailer you need to check out is for him.
Oh, dude.
That shit is sick.
I had that written down too. I guess it's not a spoiler to say. Sinners called it opening weekend. A fucking banger. I called that one about a year ago.
What's this thing about them eating pussy in that movie?
Oh, they love eating pussy in that movie, dog. They give you directions.
Vampires, they don't suck blood, they just suck puss.
They give you directions in that movie, brother. Take a
pen
and paper with you.
Brother, I don't need no directions how to eat pussy. I'm telling you what.
Nah, dog. Called it an IMAX, though. It was a banger. And the Him trailer played in front of it, dude. It looked so fucking good, man.
So it is worth all the hype, because I've yet to see it, but I want to see it.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's literally a fucking horror Gatorade commercial.
You're talking about Him, or are you talking about Sinners?
Oh, Him. I've seen Sinners.
Sinners is banging.
Oh,
But yeah,
him
watch
is the Jordan Peele
Jordan
movie
Peele
about
produced
Marlon Wayans.
about the football player, yeah, who has
I've seen that.
Yeah, the trailer looks fucking dope. So, but yeah, that's all the news I had. You guys got anything before we crack open this egg for the 100th time?
I'm ready to crack.
Well, I'm
ready to bust.
Go ahead and give you some behind baseball stuff here. This episode title is going to be a bunch of question marks. So to this point, they're not going to know what we have been covering. So before we tell you what today's film is going to be, we'll tell you what today's lesson is going to be. Today's lesson, it's a real fucking easy one. Amy, good gorilla.
It's going to be a long show.
What? Banana. You know this fucking doctor's about to fucking peel his uncircumcised dick.
Oh, yeah. She's going to peel that man.
I'm going to say it right now because I have to host this show, that there's going to be a lot of stuff in here that is just for the people in this room, and it's not for the audience. So.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of things that are probably not funny to anybody but the three of us. Just sitting in your bathtub, smelling your own farts.
Been funny to me for almost 30 years.
Yeah, sadly, you're probably right. Well, if we haven't presented it clearly yet, today's assignment is 1995's what, boys?
Congo!
The Congo. We're going to the Congo.
Y'all thought this was all fun and games. You thought I was joking when I said we was going to cover this fucking movie. Look who's laughing now.
Yeah, it only took 4 years of me being bullied into a corner and essentially outvoted 2-3. I guess we could have just put it
That's
up.
the thing. Like after I cover this, like, what's left? You know?
Yeah, like The Godfather.
Sinners 2.
Can't go to The Godfather. We don't want to downgrade the quality of the show going forward.
Anaconda 2, The Blood Orchid.
Oh yeah, it's a Ryan Hootie special.
It's actually pretty good. Yeah,
it's actually pretty good. It sounds like a C+, man.
That's probably about right.
And with all that said, Mr. Hootie, the reins are yours for this glorious edition of the Horrible Film School.
I do want to shout out, this went to a fan vote, so this is the audience's request for us to do this film. You know who you are, and you are responsible.
You wanted it, you got it.
Thank you. I appreciate that, guys. I just got on there and I voted a bunch of times.
Spam.
It's under different accounts.
That's all.
You just hired like a spam bot to do it. God knows you didn't write that code.
Hired a bunch of fucking Chinese TikTokers to go on there. Just fucking flood it.
Fuck national security. We need votes.
To call out one person specifically, a person named Easy. Easy, know who you are. You did a video for us on socials. Really appreciated that. So, shout out.
I'm glad we could accommodate.
You make it so easy to be nice to you, Mr. Easy.
You make it easy.
Easy like Sunday morning.
Nah, you're too old, man. You boomer.
So let's see what other fans thought of Congo, not related to this podcast or to the fan vote. First up, a man by the name of Randy Gibson, straight up normal name, 2005, titled Worst Adaptation Ever.
Jesus.
This is one of Criterion's. That's Crichton.
This is in the Criterion
Holy
collection.
Fuck, you're just starting.
Holy
You've spoken less than a paragraph into your fucking review.
So there's like an $80 steel book in the Criterion
and you have
closet
already
of Congo.
fucking bombed this shit.
Oh, I'm just too excited. I'm sorry, I'm too excited. This is one of Crichton's best books. The characters of Karen Ross, Peter Elliott, Monroe, and Amy are beautifully developed, and their interactions are exciting, complex, and fast-paced throughout. And about 99.8% of that got lost in this film. The screenplay and the directing were horrendous and clearly done by people who could not fathom what was good about the novel. I can't fault the actors because, frankly, they never had a chance to make this turkey live up to Crichton's original work. I know good novels, especially those with a science fiction edge, are hard to bring to the screen in a way that lives up to the original. But this may be the absolute worst disparity in quality between novel and screen adaptation ever. The book is really good. The movie is quite dreadful. 2 out of 10 stars.
Ugh, the word fucking dreadful. Anytime I hear somebody use the word dreadful, I just think they're a pretentious piece of shit. First of all, fuck you, Randy. Second of all, I think Crichton's on record as saying he fucking hates this movie.
Oh, he wanted it to be made. Don't let his I guess it's his estate at this point. Don't let that greedy bastard not say that, oh, they just made this without my permission. He definitely was pushing for it.
I picked this negative review, because there were so many reviews. And I'm going to say about half of them were lying their ass off, talking about how good the book was.
Yeah, I never wanted to seek the book out. I don't know if that's a testament of the movie that I saw, but it just doesn't seem to lend itself to like a literary masterpiece, you know? Is there a lot of world building going on in the book, you know? I don't know.
You know how Amazon's got me fucked up and spoiled? I was totally on board with buying this book and like reading it before I did the review. It said it would take 4 days to get to me. I said, fuck that, I'm not doing this shit.
From Amazon?
Is it now in print?
Here's the thing. I wanted to get like a special old copy of it because I'm like bougie like that.
Mm.
But it said it would take 4 days. I said, fuck it, I'll just watch the movie.
I'll just watch the movie twice in the next 3 hours.
Next up, positive review from a man named Orange Henry, titled A Goofy Good Time. When a movie opens with a Bruce Campbell cameo as a fanny pack sporting explorer, you know you're in for one goofy good time. Throw in Tim Curry, Joe Don Baker, a talking gorilla, a volcano, and more fake monkeys than Saturday morning TV in the 70s, and it's quite a party. All this is done with Michael Crichton plot and big budget special effects. Thank goodness Spielberg didn't get his hands on this, or it may have never turned out to be such ridiculous good fun. If you are in for the mood for a so bad it's good, accidentally funny flick, then break out the popcorn and enjoy Congo. 7 out of 10 stars.
Damn, is that the highest rating you could find?
There wasn't a lot of 10s, I can tell you that. I tried, and 7 was about top.
I guess it's people just being honest with themselves. Hey, call it a 10 out of 10. I mean, I don't know about all that, but
a B movie with a A budget. That's all I could say.
Hey, you say a B movie, it's a fucking B movie with a $50 million budget.
I mean, Jurassic Park, I guess, technically is a B movie with a fucking A++ budget, you know? I'm saying conceptually, it's a B movie.
So we're covering this movie because we can now say this is a horror film. It's on our podcast. But
it's been stamped.
I don't think this movie has as much rewatchability as most horror films. So a lot of the reviews are very old. There's not a lot of, COVID or, anything. Nobody's revisiting Congo.
Yeah. There's so much action and you're drained by the end of it, you know? Like there's so much pulse pounding, nonstop thrill ride that your body just can't take a second view, and you have to give it like another 5 years before you can watch it again. Otherwise, you're gonna have a fucking heart attack.
I think it's been about 25 for me, but it still fit like a glove.
It's been about 25 for me as well, but before that 25, I think I watched this about 20 times in the span of 2 years.
Oh yeah, that sounds about accurate.
I think I watched it when Harambe was big again, and I was like, I want to justify what happened to Harambe. I want to watch this.
This is how you did it. Okay. I mean,
wow. Yeah. So this movie was just a condemnation of Harambe, you're telling me.
I was like, man, that's sad he did that. That happened to him. And
his ancestors did that, so he's, it's in his blood.
Man, fuck them primates.
So in Joey's eyes, he was like, man, if Harambe would have only had that damn talking hand device.
Oh, yeah.
If Harambe had some of them diamonds, that motherfucker would have been, they would have let his ass live real quick.
If Harambe wouldn't have been
I can lead you to the diamond
cage.
It was fuck them kids.
All right, next up, behind the scenes here, writer and director. First up, director Frank Marshall, who directed a horror film that I'm struggling to
Jesus Christ
pronounce.
A horror film. I've heard of that one. It's a good one. Are you saying arachnophobia?
He was scared to fucking pronounce arachnophobia.
From 1990, you don't know arachnophobia?
I do not. It's a blind spot.
He's over here doing the fucking hand thing. He's doing the arachnophobia.
That one was a big deal, man. We used to watch that one quite a lot,
Jeff
too.
Jeff Daniels?
Yeah, John Goodman's in there, too.
Yeah, I love that movie.
I think John Goodman's in there. Am I misremembering?
Yeah,
he's
an
exterminator.
He's the pest control guy.
Yeah, it was like a classic. Frank Marshall's kind of a big deal, man.
Well, he also directed
He's a big deal in the world of like producing, more so than directing.
Yeah, his name is very closely attached to one of the biggest names you can get.
Who would that be?
Let me spoil this for you. He often collaborates with his wife, a lady by the name of Kathleen Kennedy.
The scourge of diehard Star Wars fans
Hold
everywhere.
on,
They
Kathleen.
can't stand this bitch.
Yeah, she's the head of Lucasfilm since the purchase by the Walt Disney Company. So she's definitely a big time producer. She also, her first film produced was E.T. in 1982 for Mr. Steven Spielberg. That's a big deal.
Yeah, they've been on Spielberg's dick for a while.
Yeah, she kind of got all that off the ground. So that's a power couple as far as producers are concerned. And Frank Marshall, he founded the production company Ambling Entertainment along with Steven Spielberg. So he got a lot of rich friends, all I can tell you.
And that man directed Congo.
A few movies.
He directed Congo. I'm assuming
he
this is how
directed
he got
Alive
Congo.
as well. If you guys have heard about that, the Ethan Hawke
This is
about
the Mountain
the
Pass.
Uruguayan rugby team. Yeah.
Yeah, they were stuck in the mountains. Yeah,
Crashing
I
in the
remember that.
I got a few of the movies he produced in the 80s that I thought were like big deals. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Spielberg.
Poltergeist. Gremlins.
Spielberg.
The Goonies. Back to the Future. Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Banger after banger after banger.
He's definitely on the hip of a titan of the industry right there. That's all Steven Spielberg co-productions as well.
Well, he's connected to two titans. This dude's loaded.
I'm telling you, man. He's a big deal. Bigger than you would assume. So now this is the guy who directed Congo.
Well, next up, we'll talk about the writers. First up, the adaptation man who got a lot of shit in the fan reviews. John Patrick Shanley, who also wrote Moonstruck and Joe versus the Volcano.
Yeah, he won an Oscar for
Spoiler
Best
alert,
Original
the
Screenplay.
volcano wins.
Yeah, it always does. The motherfucker loves volcanoes. But yeah, this dude won an Oscar for his Moonstruck screenplay. So he did that 7 years before Congo.
This
That
dude
same
won an
hand.
Oscar?
Directed Doubt.
This dude has won an Oscar as a writer.
I thought he won 2. Didn't he win one for Doubt?
No, I think he was just directed. He was the writer and director of Doubt from 2008. But I'm pretty sure he didn't win it that year.
Philip Seymour Hoffman, R.I.P.
Rest, brother, rest. But we all know who the real author of this story is.
Well, for a quick snippet here, I guess this man was on the set along with Frank Marshall because every chance Bruce Campbell gets, he shits all over Congo, specifically Mr. John Patrick Shanley. Because apparently,
The writer?
from the way that Campbell talks about it, is that he's on set, and Campbell is a very in-the-moment actor, supposedly, so he does a lot of improv. He doesn't really follow the script, like, word for word.
He's half a comedian, yeah.
And I guess that they wanted the exact words on the paper, recited the exact way they wanted them. And he was like, I sound like a robot. Like, I can't work with this. And, like, yeah, it said it was one of the worst experiences that he's ever had on set.
For Congo.
For Congo.
Good thing he wasn't in
exact
but like
text.
3 minutes of the fucking movie.
Yeah, for real.
You got to be faithful to this text.
He wasn't that bad. I mean,
Nah, I thought he was fun.
Who, Bruce? No, he was fine. He
Wasn't
actually went
enough,
out for the
Bruce.
role of Peter Elliott. I kind of wish he would have got it.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
great.
Although I can see why he didn't, because it's like
Too charming.
he doesn't seem like he would fit that role very, very well. Of the uptight, scientist who's trying to secretly fuck a monkey.
secretly.
Secretly, you say. You know what eye she was really drawing, right?
The other guy, Richard.
Oh, yeah.
And the man of the hour, the man with the power, Michael Crichton, wrote the book.
Legend. This dude's a big deal. He wrote Sphere, Jurassic Park, The Lost World. And did you know in
Sphere's so
1973
bad.
he wrote and directed Westworld, the first movie to ever use 2D generated computer imagery.
Didn't even know that was a movie until you said that. Now I'm impressed.
73. That's kind of impressive. He's definitely like a super intelligent guy. Creator of the TV series ER, which I didn't realize ran all the way to 2009 from 1994, which is fucking nuts. But
So the Westworld
brilliant guy.
HBO show, is it based on that?
yeah, it's a reimagining of his story.
Oh.
I did a deep dive on this man that I found fascinating.
It's pretty interesting, man. Kind of an
Um,
asshole, from what I understand.
I found that as well. The man is 6'9" to begin with.
Damn.
Well, not anymore. He passed away, didn't he?
Well, I mean,
He's 6
I
foot
guess
under now.
was. Sorry.
He's the same height as everybody else is, 6 feet.
Yeah. Too soon. I mean, it's probably like 10 years ago, but okay.
Has an education degree from Harvard Medical School.
Yeah,
which I guess
he was going to be
ER.
like a doctor. Yeah.
I'm gonna stop doing this show. It makes me feel so bad I didn't do anything.
I'm saying, this dude, this dude was an industry into himself. Legit.
He was tied up and robbed at gunpoint by masked men in his home in Santa Monica, California on September 23rd, 2002. No one was harmed in the incident. So
Jesus. This reminds me
What a
of,
pussy.
did you see where Amaranth, the Twitch girl, she got like her home broken into?
I did not
And
see
she
this.
like called the cops, or she tweeted out for like to get help. It's pretty impressive.
Wow.
It was like a whole
That's
Bitcoin ransom robbery thing that was going down. But yeah, it's,
How many
these things
pairs
still
How
happen,
many
man.
pairs of panties did they get?
I think they just got like a cup of her bath water and chugged it while they were waiting for the Bitcoin
Piss in
wallet.
this cup right here. I want a
Some
fucking
folks pay
shot.
top dollar for that.
I'm just
And
saying,
the
there's some weird
last
fuckers
note-
out there.
I have that, Mr. Crichton. Might be the best. Michael Crichton was exorcised in 1986.
Oh shit,
Yes.
he was possessed? Was it possessed?
He
That's the
was
last time. That's the last time I
possessed.
exercised too. Was
Yeah, he had an exorcism performed on him in 86.
Damn. 86. So this is
You can
like
look it up.
post, like he's already a writer and director at this point.
Yeah, a
The
lot
hell
of
did he
folks
get
talk about
into?
that.
Some Bohemian Grove shit?
Everything that I read said that he went through a really dark period in his life.
Oh, was he
Obviously,
like drugs and alcohol?
apparently, yeah.
Exorcise the demons. But yeah,
His house is clean.
his house is clear. But speaking of ER, this is kind of some relevant news. I don't know if you guys have seen that show or heard of The Pit, HBO medical drama. It's like a big deal.
Of Noah Wiley.
Yeah, it's like a big deal this year. It's been like getting crazy reviews. Apparently that started out as a sequel to ER, and it got to the point of like actually making it. And they were like fighting with the Crichton estate. They wanted so much money. So they just created this brand new show, which is essentially his character later on, I guess. I never saw ER really, so I was too young at the time.
Oh,
Is that-
fucking shit, you didn't watch ER.
I watched my mama watch it for like 20
We come
minutes.
home from school
Watch
every
my
day
mama
that shit be
watch it.
on.
Exactly. I never sat through a damn episode. I can tell you that for a fact.
So the main guy in the pit is in ER?
Yeah, Noah Wiley. He's the young doctor in ER.
Oh.
And now he's
Interesting,
clearly 30 years later. But
Well.
essentially, that's what that show was built upon. But he said, fuck you, Crichton Estate. We're going to keep making this shit without permission.
The last person I have here is special effects by the master, one of the OGs, Stan Winston.
Stan Winston Studios, man.
Will we bring him up in our Predator episode?
Every fucking episode. Pumpkinhead. That was his movie, wasn't it? Pumpkinhead.
Yes.
Stan.
So Stan chose this movie for a very specific reason, which was a beef. He wanted it set out because apparently Rick Baker had become the gorilla guy. He was just known for making great looking gorillas.
Planet of the Apes, baby.
Planet of
He
the
wanted that
Apes,
crown.
Gorillas in the Mist. So Stan said, okay, I'm going to show you how much that I can make a gorilla look good as well and try to one-up Rick Baker with the creation of Amy and the fellow gorillas in Congo.
Amy. Well, you already brought the main character
already
to the
did it.
forefront, huh? We're bringing her out.
So, well, I mean, I figure people know. Yeah.
People know. Her name's right over the fucking title right there. Speaking,
Marquee. You go to the
speaking of
theater to
Amy,
watch Congo starring Amy.
I got a little last throwback to Crichton before we leave him. Apparently, he left this project. He was originally attached as the director when he found out he could not use a real gorilla to portray the character of Amy. So eventually, Frank Marshall steps in with little to no involvement from Crichton
Can I ask why he wasn't allowed to use a real gorilla?
to do the hand signs and shit. I guess they were like, are you going to train this fucking thing?
They really
Before-
gonna teach a damn monkey how
It's
to
the-
fucking do hand sign or sign language?
The hand signs can't be that accurate.
I don't know, man.
Bullshit.
This movie is fucking legit. To act like
okay.
he has a degree in ASL now.
I can say this now because it's already been brought out that all the gorillas are fake. I swear,
Wait, what?
I swear for God, I thought that the other gorillas were real.
Yeah,
gray
the
ones?
fucking the special effects work makeup is really, really, really
I
good.
You talking about the silverbacks or the gray
No.
ones?
Amy's like quote unquote family.
The silverbacks, yeah, they look pretty fucking legit.
I remember those being real gorillas, and I was like, these aren't real.
These are some nice ass gorillas there.
Can you imagine what Dylan Walsh would have did if a fucking gorilla charged him and screamed in his face? He would have shit all over himself.
I mean, I hope he would.
That Jerry curl of his would have fucking fell right out of his head.
See, it's crazy how lost you get in the realism of these kinds of creations, considering that they were not CGI at the time. You know, you take it for granted watching this as a kid.
Yeah, as a kid, it was honestly my favorite part.
Like, oh, there's fucking gorillas here. You know, you didn't need.
That's what made me so obsessed with the movie.
Any more behind the scenes people you guys got?
Before we get away from gorilla work, I gotta say, Joey, I don't know if you've seen it, but a little movie called 2001: A Space Odyssey's got some.
Oh boy.
Fantastic gorilla work if you want to check that out for about 30
I
minutes.
love watching those gorillas look at a big monolith. And
I know you love my Gmail avatar of the monolith. So you want to see gorillas? Go watch that legendary piece of film.
If I want to see gorillas, I'll go watch George of the fucking Jungle.
Oh, yeah,
those gorillas actually talk.
They do talk.
Those are real talking gorillas.
Brendan Fraser's ripped in that movie.
He is ripped. I remember him saying he didn't get to eat like at all while he was making that movie.
He made up for it in the whale, didn't he?
He made up for it a little bit with them candy bars in the whale.
Motherfucking fat bastard getting him to get out of the damn couch.
I saw that movie by myself in a theater with a couple.
I still think about you.
Couple.
I think about you watching that movie alone in the theater sometimes. I just remember
it was fucking weird.
Hootie watching this by himself in the theater,
drinking a fucking Diet Coke.
I was fucking Diet Coke actually.
Coke Zero, man, get it right. Yeah, I watched it at home.
Afraid to have butter on his popcorn and shit.
Sometimes, if I'm ever just on the toilet and I got a moment to myself, I'm like, I remember Hootie watching The Whale by himself in a movie theater. That's a fucking experience.
Well, it was getting all the hype, and the family wanted to go to the movies. And I think there was another dumbass like Harry Potter out. I was like, I don't want to see that, so I went and watched The Whale.
I'm gonna check out this joint. This is just gonna be fire. Because the movie starts off with him jerking off too. Oh God, it's gotta be like an awkward 10 minutes of moving these old people.
So the family gets out of Harry Potter all giggly and shit, and I walk out of The Whale like just fucking depressed.
You guys want to get some Reese's cakes?
It was quite an experience.
The last shout out with music, Jerry Goldsmith. We've talked about him before. He's a legendary composer. He's got some AFI top 100 scores of all time. Planet of the Apes from 1968 is ranked number 18. Chinatown, number 9 on some of the greatest ones ever made. He is only one of 5 composers to have more than one film featured in that list of top 25 scores.
Oh.
So some familiar names, Bernstein, Herman, Max Steiner, and John Williams. Stu did the score for Alien, LA Confidential, and The Omen as well. Yeah, this is one of the greatest scorers all time, if you will.
This movie has got some insane people attached to it.
That's what I tell you. The budget for this was to the fucking tits. That's why Bruce Campbell's such a fucking small part. If this were a true B movie, he would be your whole budget, you know?
He would be the gorilla.
Exactly. He would be fucking Amy. And the satellite. He'd play both parts.
That'd be great. All right, so to hop in some behind-the-scenes stuff here. This is probably where we're going to first go off the rails because, fellas, I was digging through my attic over the past week, and I was able to find from my old toy boxes the original Congo action figures, buddy.
Jesus
Wait,
Christ.
Who is that?
So
put close to the camera.
We have Karen Ross.
Oh, I got to catch that audio of the old cardboard and the plastic.
The damn laser's as big as she is.
You haven't even opened it.
It's a big laser.
Why is the diamond so huge?
And we have, you saw those city engines.
Those is big ass quartz.
We have one gray gorilla, the Mangler.
Oh, he looks pretty fucking dope. You thought he was real when you were a kid. That's why you didn't open it.
Second gray gorilla
it's a real
called
little gorilla.
Blastface.
Blastface. That's Joy's nickname too.
Articulate.
Blastface.
We have, I'm only missing one of the entire set, by the way.
Small back.
We have Kahiga.
Yep. Oh, yeah, this was the bodyguard dude. Why is he shirtless?
Yeah, look at him. Fucking ripped.
He wasn't shirtless in the movie, was he?
Did it have an option to get one with the shirt and then one without? And you got the one without?
According to the back, it does not. You get the one ripped version.
Where did you find this shit?
Next up, I think I bought this at the Eden Flea Market. Like pennies on the dollar when I was like 10 years old.
I got to get those, man.
So I can't pass this kind of deal up.
Hell yeah.
This is Monroe.
Oh, yeah. I like Monroe.
What's that top thing?
Top
like
thing.
A bandolier or something?
I think it's
like the thing with the circle.
Oh, I'm sorry. It says at top, Monroe with capture claw. And apparently there's a capture claw. It's not in the film.
That's not in the fucking movie.
Spoiler alert. It's not in the film.
Yeah, I didn't watch the deleted scenes.
There's 2 vehicles that are also not in the movie that were toys. And last, but certainly not least,
they knew no kid was
gorilla
actually going to watch this fucking movie.
Of them all is Amy. Right there.
Amy. She's got all kinds of shit.
What, she got a shotgun? They gave that bitch a shotgun? What is this?
She doesn't even have a fucking banana.
This is Amy with communicator backpack. You put a little thing on the wrist and you can talk to her, you know?
I thought she'd come with like a little Peter-shaped dildo with an afro on it.
If anybody in the audience wants 6 Congo figures, hit the channel up.
6 Congo. That sounds like a damn giveaway.
You'll be
there.
negotiating with me. I'll take care of this deal.
We're going to do trivia night for the Congo action figures for the.
That would be awesome.
The entire fandom.
Still in somewhat disheveled boxes.
How's there not a Tim Curry in there, man? There's not a Homolka in that motherfucker.
The only one I'm missing is Peter Elliott, and there's not a Tim Curry figure.
No one wants the fucking Peter Elliott.
I don't even have them. So
it makes it the rarest one, the most valuable.
He looked at the whole set there. Keep the Peter. Actually, I'm good.
Actually, you can throw that one away.
Hell yeah, that's impressive, man.
And just for shits and kicks, I do have this on good old classic DVD. So,
why does it look so weird?
I love.
Is it like a Mexican bootleg or something?
Why is the face green?
That looks weird. I think that's the actual bootleg.
This is from 2006. I believe I picked this up in a Walmart $5 bin back in the day.
That looks really clean, actually.
Classic right there.
I saw a cool steelbook cover of a recent edition. I was like, it looks actually really fucking dope, just for the steelbook.
Oh, you should have picked it up. You should have.
Gorillas, man. Gorillas.
All right. Do you guys have anything behind the scenes?
Actually, was not as much as I had hoped when I went digging. I did see that there was a video game based on this movie called Congo the Movie, The Lost City of Zinj. It was on the Sega Saturn in 1996.
I would love to play that game.
How many people bought that fucking thing? You get that in shrink wrap. That's $1,000 purchase.
Bought the Saturn, period.
I don't even remember what the Sega Saturn looked like. Was it white?
No, it was black.
Yeah, that is the Dreamcast. What the hell did the Saturn
Sega Saturn, it looked like a Genesis, but it had a CD port.
So it was plasticky?
Yeah, they were all plastically. Like, they made out of fucking metal.
But you know, the Genesis looked like crap compared to like the PlayStation.
What?
Well, that's a different era.
You're crazy.
No, they're only like 2 years apart.
No. None of those looked elegant. None of these like consoles look elegant.
The Nintendo looked cleaner than the Genesis. The Genesis looked more like cheap plastic.
Genesis is the era of Super Nintendo.
Genesis does what Nintendo don't. I mean, let's fucking get it straight.
Genesis was the bad boys console to play Streets of Rage.
If you had a Genesis, you had a fat cock.
I had 3 of them.
3 fat cocks.
3 cocks.
He didn't get a Genesis though. The other big note I had here: this movie was nominated for 2 Golden Raspberry Awards. I'll tell you the 3 categories, and you can tell me.
Can we guess what they are before you even start?
I'll let you guess what the resulting nominee was. Worst Supporting Actor.
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry is correct.
Really?
Gotta be. I love him in this movie, but he is over the top.
This next was a 2-piece. This same person was nominated for Worst Supporting Actress and Worst New Star.
Oh, the fucking lady, the blonde lady, she was dog shit. She was Terry.
Laura Linney? No.
Oh, Amy.
Amy the Talking Gorilla.
But that's not a person.
For 2 awards.
Damn, that's not even real. All over Amy. What the fuck? It's 2 of my favorite characters in the movie. That's crazy because Laura, what's her name? Laura Linney?
Laura Linney, yeah.
She was dry as a bone out in the sun.
She was the emotional centerpiece, man. What are you talking about?
She wasn't emotional at all.
You were both.
Who does this lady
Her
know in
fucking
Hollywood?
fiance gets murdered and she don't give a shit.
Ex-fiance.
Bruce Campbell deserves
All I
it.
know is she was getting plowed in Ozark, and I can't stand that bitch.
Oh,
after that.
God damn it. Everyone hated it. See, the thing about that, the one thing that show totally did wrong was they make you hate that character in the first 5 minutes.
Fucking immediately.
You
never
never
let
had
up
time to care. Yeah. I digress.
I think it's just I like what's his name, Bateman.
Yeah, Jason Bateman.
I like
He's
Jason
a little
Bateman.
bit too likable in the series, if you think about it, though. He never really does anything wrong.
Yeah, I would agree with that. He's overpowered.
Like Walter White fucks up a little bit. You hate Walter a little bit. Bateman, never. He never does enough wrong for my taste.
I don't know. Even when Walter was like doing wrong, I was still rooting for that dude.
Yeah, but you still could acknowledge, that was fucked up, what you did. You never really felt that for Marty Bird. At least I did. Other than that, like that's the box office. Like I said, it's kind of sparse. I didn't want to go too deep. I figured you guys would have more lore than I would.
Oh, I went real deep. I'm just waiting for you guys to.
Let me chime in with a couple things here. Hugh Grant and Robin Wright both declined leading roles in the movie. Obviously, the right decision for them in their careers. However, having Hugh Grant play opposite of Robin Wright as Peter Elliott and Karen Ross, respectively, would have been fucking awesome. Way better than this no chemistry having connection.
When you said Hugh Grant, I put him as Homolka in my mind, like instantly.
Fuck no.
Wonder why.
Tim,
I guess the accent.
There's no way they would replace Tim Curry.
Then you put Tim in as Peter. Now we're fucking cooking.
Gorilla.
Amy.
Give me more Tim Curry. That's all I'm gonna say. It's my favorite kind of Curry. Tim.
Speaking of video games, Michael Crichton actually taught himself how to code.
Yeah, no wonder.
Basic or something like that. And he designed a game over the course of like 18 months for, I think it was the Commodore or something like that, before the movie even came out. Based on the events of the movie. However, they had already sold the rights to like the future
Sega,
property.
Whoever made it.
So they had to to the studio. So they had to like change a bunch of things about the movie or about the game, like the name. They called it Amazon. The character of Amy became a fucking parrot.
Oh God!
But so it sold like 100,000 copies.
It was legit.
This dude was like very talented.
Oh, he's brilliant
as a creative. Very
impressive. And he turned out being a doctor to focus on writing. It's nuts.
Left a legacy. So I found a couple things.
Like me, I turned down being a Subway sandwich artist to work in a pawn shop.
Well, and to podcast on the side.
Yeah,
just give us all a little taste, man. We appreciate it.
I'm all the way up.
Oh yeah.
So one thing I found were the diamonds used in the film were actually Herkimer diamonds borrowed from the Herkimer diamond mines of Middleville, New York. They are two-ended quartz crystals that are found in only 2 places in the world. They were the only gems that would look enough like a diamond and also be that large.
You said double-ended. You mean double-sided?
Possibly.
Perhaps.
Just like something from a particular scene in Requiem for a Dream.
Oh.
I was tracing this back to Brendan Fraser, Darren Aronofsky. I got it. I see the connective tissue there.
It all comes back around, baby.
Ass to ass. That's Keith David, though.
No, Keith David's classic.
I didn't just bring it up for air.
And thought, why couldn't they just make fake diamonds? I don't know why that was like such a big deal.
I was wondering. Those quartz, I mean, those were real gems. They were fucking impressive if they were, because those were gigantic.
Yeah, they were huge. Next up, bringing Congo's gorillas to life was the performance of the actors and actresses inside the suits, under the direction of veteran gorilla performer Peter Elliott. It took approximately 6 months of intensive rehearsal for Loren Noah and Misty Rosas to become Amy, and for the gray gorilla actors to become mutant primates. 6 months.
Fucking around in a monkey suit for 6 months.
You just read that and you think these people had to have thought this was going to be the next Jurassic Park.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, they might have thought it was like a step up. Like, it probably seemed like it might have had franchise potential, you know? Because at this point, there wasn't even a Lost World yet.
What it did in the box office kind of says it had the potential to be a franchise.
Yeah.
I know we haven't really discussed the numbers, but like a $50 million budget, $150 million
152
box office.
It's a big deal.
That's fucking huge.
When it's probably like top 10 of that year, I would assume.
Next up, I also found a little clue as to why every southern gent, redneck, hillbilly has seen Congo. And that's because the trailer was attached to the VHS release of Forrest Gump.
Oh, yeah. I probably saw that VHS way too many damn times.
And the last thing I have is this was back in the day when fast food chains would be connected to a movie, and Congo got that connection. Taco Bell partnered with Congo and created a campaign that included a watch set and a volcano burrito with the tagline, "You see Congo at your local theater, or you can taste it with the all-new volcano burrito for only 99 cents.
Fuck. Take me back to 99-cent burritos, dog. Damn.
I bet you it was thick,
burrito. Can you imagine giving somebody $1 for a burrito right now? How much shit you would get?
I'd give them a whole fucking paycheck.
It would just be a roll, and that's it.
I'd fucking feel bad. I'd sit there and be like, I'm only giving you $1 for this?
It was
you wouldn't get
literally
a full burrito.
Just like meat, rice, cheese with the hot lava
with the volcano sauce.
Yeah, it's literally a burrito. I mean, fucking shit.
I'm partial to the fire sauce. The Diablo is just a step too far for me, but that's just me. It was 13th in the domestic box office of 1995, by the way. You guys want to, for shits and giggles, take a stab at any of the top 10?
13.
Oh, Scream was up there.
Scream? No. That was 1996.
Oh, wait, that's 96.
Yes, sir.
What else came out in 95?
So I'll tell you, Congo was 13.
Jumanji.
7 was 12th. I'll just slowly work up the list and see if you can think of anything in this top 10. The movie 7 was 12th.
Oh, 7. Okay.
Yeah. Dangerous Minds was 11. You remember that one?
No.
Dangerous Minds, isn't that where Michelle Pfeiffer was like a teacher at the all
where
black
she's
school?
teaching the gangsters how to like do math.
Gangsta's Paradise was like in the movie. Remember that shit?
Man, remember she does that thing where she takes her leg and
no
she
way
throws
you
it over
didn't
the
see
other
this
leg.
shit, Hootie.
I'm positive I didn't. I don't remember to tell you.
All right.
I saw
Waterworld was
same plot.
Waterworld was 10th. GoldenEye was 9th. Crimson Tide,
Waterworld.
Die Hard with
Wait
a
a minute.
Vengeance. Dude, what a year to be alive, man.
Fucking Waterworld?
Waterworld was 10th. It made 88 million domestic.
Where's Tu Wong Fu? Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
Not there. Casper was 6th. I remember watching that in the theater. Remember that shit, Jordan?
That's well deserved.
What about Species?
Ace Ventura When Nature Calls was
Is this Lion King?
5th. We watched all this shit on. These are all VHS classics for us. Pocahontas was 4th. Toy Story was 3rd. Apollo 13 was 2nd. And the number 1 movie of 1995 was Batman Forever in the American box office.
The nipple
Showgirls?
suit.
Dude, I feel like we watched so many of those movies on VHS for like the next 5 years after that.
Yeah. Wow. Well, R.I.P. Val Kilmer.
They don't make them like they used to, man.
With all that being said, if you fellas don't have anything else, let's fly
Heavyweights
in.
came out in 95.
No, fucking
Just looking up movies that came out in 95.
Ben Stiller, that was so fucking good, dude. That's all I got. I'm Congo factoided out.
Okay.
Oh, look, a deli meat. All right, I'm done.
Mr. Homolka? Oh. Stop eating my sesame cake. Stop eating my sesame cake!
We start with Charles leading an expedition into the Congo in search of rare diamonds to run lasers for his company, Travacom. He sends a
Just
message.
listen to yourself saying that. How fucking batshit off the wall.
It is an awful
premise. It just starts off.
This is definitely like, this is how the internet's going to be before the internet existed, you know? God, that sounds like duty.
Well, we've already brought it up. Let's talk about it. Charles Travis is played by Bruce Campbell, Evil Dead, Bubba Hotep, Spider-Man, anything else.
Really, that's all you got?
We've lapped this man up before.
Well, I thought you was. I didn't put anything. I left it blank. I was like, I ain't got to say shit.
Congo's enough for me.
Ashley Williams, baby, and the Spider-Man cameos have a special place in my heart. I still need to go back and watch Ash vs. Evil Dead. Once it got canceled, I just kind of lost all my steam.
You know what I really didn't like about that show? The side characters.
You like Pablo?
Didn't like. I ain't got nothing against Pablo. I ain't got nothing against the girl. I wanted to focus on
just Ash. I don't know if you can get 10 hours of content out of that, though, could you?
When they brought
we got 3 movies.
When they brought in Lucy Lawless, I think you could have just had Lucy Lawless and Bruce run the show.
Xena was in there?
Yeah, she's in it a lot, actually.
Yeah, I think I got through that bit. Once it got canceled, I was just like, I can't. My OCD is not going to be happy with an incomplete story, you know. So
and it ends on such a cliffhanger, and you see some concept art for how the 4th season was going to go, and it just leaves you just sad. So
that makes me even less inclined to watch it now, Hootie.
Yeah,
so you can.
I understand.
When next time you see Bruce Campbell, you tell him you cost him my rental fee because you shit on the end of his TV show there.
Well, he actually blames y'all's kind for illegally streaming.
Y'all's kind?
Y'all's kind.
White American
White
men?
people?
I buy my stuff direct from the factory.
Oh,
First
you
of all,
you
get shit from the library. I don't want to hear.
Well, I support my local library.
Technically, our tax dollars are paying for you to watch this shit. So we're the ones paying for it. But the only thing I had on Bruce here is this dude is required to shave in my mind from now on. He looks so fucking weird with facial hair.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
He has to shave. In this movie, he just doesn't he doesn't look like himself. His chin is too cool to cover it up. You got to shave that thing, boy.
He's tried a mustache a few times.
Yeah, I guess it's played for laughs in a way in my mind, though.
Charles sends a message back to his ex-wife, Dr. Karen Ross, and owner R.B. Travis, that he has found the diamonds. However, the entire crew dies shortly after, mysteriously. Dr. Karen Ross, played by Laura Linney, and R.B. Travis, played by Joe Don Baker.
The most megalomaniac fucking
psychopath
CEO,
dude.
or he is over the top in this role.
Did he find the diamonds?
As a I only give a fuck about my profits, the expansion of my business. And Laura Linney, she's got a line right here that she says, and at this point she's been painted as this very smart, scientific, professor or doctor or whatever.
Yeah.
I can see 7 dead people. That might be like the most unscientific assessment of a situation that I've ever heard in a movie.
She was showing you how impressive the technology was, man, where she could remotely count the infrared bodies laying on the ground.
I didn't go to college. I can still count 7 fucking dead people on the camera,
Weren't you impressed by their science, Joey? She was showing you. She's doing this from across the world. Could you imagine
she was selling too,
sending a message to somebody in the Congo right now and it'd be there instantly?
Boom.
You can't even wrap your mind around that idea.
No, I'm just drawing a.
You can literally text somebody in a toilet in Australia right now.
Meanwhile,
she's just there to highlight how cool this tech is.
Oh yeah, and Bruce Campbell throws a diamond inside of a laser cannon and shoots down a palm tree.
I still don't get the science or the pseudoscience behind what the fuck is going on here. But go ahead.
You wouldn't understand.
I wouldn't get it.
The future technology is the future communication is lasers.
It's lasers. I was like, what does that even fucking mean, dude?
Meanwhile, Dr. Peter Elliott and his assistant Richard are developing a form of technology that allows gorillas to speak. Having a communication degree here really helps, fellas.
Oh yeah, did you feel like you understood what the fuck is his last name?
Man, Peter Elliott?
Elliott,
yeah. I want to call him Peter. It's Peter, right? He got
Peter.
2 first names. It throws me off.
He's named after the gorilla dude.
The gorilla dude.
The guy who trains gorillas. I mentioned it in the behind the scenes.
Oh, I didn't know his name actually had some kind of meaning. Jane Goodall is the one I'm thinking of.
Primate choreographer, Chris.
Boom, there you go. Official.
But yeah, that's Dylan Walsh. You guys remember that FX series Nip Tuck?
Oh, I
Remember
sure do.
Nip Tuck and Joy? That's where I always watch this movie. I was like, why do I know this guy's face? Literally
That's
nothing
the
else
only
but
thing I
Nip
know him
Tuck
from.
that I remembered him from.
I do have this coincident little factoid, little rinky-dink factoid. Nip Tuck ended on 100 episodes.
Ooh.
It all
shit.
ties back.
We're getting nipped and tucked right here.
Time was a
Is that
flat
like when they
circle.
cut your balls off and like tuck your sack in?
No. That show
What's a
was
nip
about
tuck?
plastic surgeons, boy.
Oh, yeah. So
They were
like
nipping off that extra
liposuction.
skin and tucking it.
Giving old
Gotcha.
Courtney Cox a run for our money.
That's another one of those shows I remember watching my mom watch.
He was
Remember
also
being very
in
sexual.
the horror film The Stepfather, which we might cover at some point.
Was that a remake? Was he in the
No. I think it was a
reheat?
remake. I'm not positive. And Richard is a fascinating guy. His name is Grant Heslov, and he was in True Lies, Black Sheep, and The Scorpion King. But that's just the cake. Here's the icing. He has directed The Men Who Stare at Goats and 15 Nespresso shorts/commercials. All at some point have George Clooney in them. This is like George Clooney's best friend.
Yeah, they're pretty tight. Apparently, they write and produce a lot of shit together.
Wait,
Like everything that George has directed, he's written like 3 or 4 of his screenplays for him.
I saw that same credit. I thought Nespresso was a fucking band or something, and that was the music
You don't
videos.
You never see those George Clooney commercials? They're on the TV all the fucking time.
I saw one the other day,
When
but
he's,
I
like,
thought I
sipping
read
it out.
Nespresso. I didn't think about coffee. I thought it was a band.
There you go.
And I
This
thought
guy's
those
behind
were the
camera.
music videos.
This weird looking fucking guy's behind the camera.
Making bank.
Yeah, it's just weird to see. Imagine him and George. It's another ER connection, man. Him and George Clooney fucking hanging out. Just
It's like
talking
everybody in
about
this
slamming
movie
hot models.
just like works together, except for Bruce. Bruce said, "Fuck all y'all."
Bruce just said, I'm doing my cameo. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Spoiler alert.
Could have been a bad move. Dr. Elliot shows off his talking gorilla Amy to a group of investors, one of which is Herkimer Homolka. I think it's pretty close.
Haboka.
That's how it says. I think that's it.
Yeah,
An
there's no good way
explorer.
to say this guy's name.
An explorer of the Congo. Here,
I
first
did
up,
love
Amy.
this fucking scene, bro.
Amy's played by 2 people. I've already said their names earlier. And Hermiker Homolka is played by Tim Curry.
How did it get worse the second time you said it?
I don't know.
Hermiker.
It's probably get worse as the show
He got
goes.
whiter and whiter as we go along. But yeah, I love the scene when it's he's like talking about looking for funding or whatever. Cut to Tim Curry. I was like, "Fuck yes!" Like I'm back
Just
in the
deviously
saddle, dude.
playing with his ring and shit.
It's like we're fucking back, man. This is the dude.
He is staring a hole through this the gorilla.
Yeah, he wants to. I think pretty sure he wants to make love to that gorilla.
Get in
So,
line.
so Tim Curry was in Rock Horror Picture Show, Clue, Home Alone 2, The Wild Thornberrys, Scary Movie 2. Found an interesting note about him. I don't think we talked about this yet.
Whoa!
What?
Did you not talk about Pennywise?
It. Okay, there we go.
He just throws it out there casually.
He just
That old
throws
guy.
it out there.
It's
Doesn't even
just
fucking
like-
go over it.
We've talked about Tim before.
Legendary.
Have we?
I think so.
I don't think we ever have.
I don't know if we've covered him in a movie. We've definitely talked about him in passing on here before.
Well, let me stop. Go back. This man was Pennywise in the TV movie It.
The
Well, I was gonna say TV movie. It's
miniseries.
kind of fucked.
Well, it was.
It's the greatest, scariest television production of all time, in my mind.
He's also
made
responsible
kids.
for one of the most memed characters of all time as well, Nigel Thornberry. The Wild
Nigel
Thornberrys.
Thornberry. He was also
that mean?
Hexus in Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest, a.k.a. the Avatar prequel.
AKA. I like that.
I mean, it's what fuck Avatar is, but
This is what the fuck
Remember in
it is, man.
Scary Movie 2 when he's trying to like fuck that chick and he says,
Oh,
I can do
man.
it. I can suck my own dick.
that's
Wait.
David Cross.
That's
We gotta
David
get the
Cross.
other
Never
guy.
mind. But I
Yeah,
like
he's got the weird
Legend,
nipples.
man. Did you guys ever see his makeup in Legend? Tom Cruise movie?
The devil makeup.
He's like, yeah. His
Yeah.
character's called Darkness, but it's like, I think it's literally an insert for like Satan. He looks sick.
He's a big deal. He's Dr. Frankenfurter, of course, in the Rocky Horror Picture Show. So, dude's got icon status for decades at this point.
Mr. Curry was initially cast as the Joker in Batman the Animated Series 1992. However, after recording only 4 episodes, he quit the show after he developed bronchitis. The part would go on to, we all know, Mark Hamill.
Marky Mark.
But they could have been Tim Curry.
Yeah, it's hard to unmark Hamill that voice, though, at this point.
Very true. Homolka agrees to fund Dr. Elliot's Gorilla Amy's journey back to the Congo. Dr. Karen Ross's tags along with a promise of paying for jet fuel and finding her ex-husband. On the plane, the group gets to know one another and just sit on a fucking airplane drinking, burning, and talking gorilla just sitting there right there beside him.
Fuck yes, baby. Is he serving that gorilla a martini? That's one of those weird-ass line readings in this movie.
So this scene where they're, again, I can't get over the fact this gorilla's just sitting in coach, buckled in like a human being.
Where's
Tim
the
Curry,
ground? Peter, where ground?
Tim Curry looks over at Dr. Ross. He goes, "You think the gorilla is dangerous? Maybe so." It's like the way he delivers that line.
That's fucking great.
Once they land in the war-torn Congo, Captain Monroe Kelly leads them out of the airport, but they are captured shortly after by Captain Wanta's men. Here we insert Captain Monroe Kelly, played by Ernie Hudson, who was in Ghostbusters, The Cherokee Kid, Leviathan, Miss Congeniality, and the HBO show Oz.
Yeah, also
That's
in
always
The
a show I
Crow,
wanted
baby.
to get into. Yeah, he's in The Crow as well.
He's in The Crow?
That's always a show I wanted to get into. Oz. Never really got around to it.
Yeah, I just remember as a kid, like, that and Sopranos was on, and I was like, oh, they would say that The Sopranos is the greatest show of all time, and then the other one, there's like guys fucking each other in the ass a lot.
Did the tough
J.K.
sell.
Simmons is over there busting nuts and dudes.
I was like, I'm gonna hold off on that one for now. I'll come back around. I just never did.
Did Ernie Hudson play Piccolo in Dragon Ball Evolution?
Oh God, I hope not.
Because he was in that movie.
Was he? I saw that shit in the theater, and I have zero memory of anything that happens in there.
I tried to watch Oz years ago, and I think I made it maybe 5 episodes. It's very similar to how The Wire set up, to where the first 5-6 episodes are just a drag.
Yeah,
The
fuck that
Wire's
shit.
fantastic, bro.
I mean, we can all
That
agree
shit
the first 4
boring
episodes
as
are
fuck.
kind of, slow.
That shit boring as hell, bro.
What the fuck is wrong with y'all, brother?
Fucking
the police
snooze
procedural.
fest.
It's the best police work ever put.
Cops. I've seen Cops, Chris. Real life shit, way
Bad
more
boys.
entertaining than The Wire.
Oh yeah, because those motherfuckers aren't acting for the camera.
Ernie Hudson has stated that playing the character Captain Monroe Kelly is his personal favorite role of his entire career.
He does it so well.
It's
He's
fantastic.
smooth, bro.
Who's better suited for their role, or who were you entertained by more? Herkimer Homolka or Monroe Kelly?
I had that same thought. These Tim Curry and Ernie Hudson are batting 1,000, giving this role everything that they have.
Yeah, they're two people
Yeah, I
you
wanna
want to
s-
hang out with in a situation for sure.
We eventually find out they know each other, and like the characters know each other. I want to see the prequel, like of how they actually know each other.
The history.
When they get into this van to traveling in through the Congo, Monroe Kelly looks over and goes, "Dr. Ross, I am your great white hunter. That just so happens to be black." Oh, that was a great line.
Yeah, he definitely
Yeah,
leans
so many
into
good
it here.
lines.
So this is right. No, this is, I guess, post Ghostbusters. So this is what he's known for up until this point, essentially. A few bit parts other than played Winston in Ghostbusters.
Well, I mean, you can also
Don't
say
forget Leviathan.
Okay,
Oh,
Yeah.
classic. That is what we call a callback in showbiz.
There you go. You tied it back around.
You know what I really liked him in? It's
Leviathan.
not really a movie you hear about a lot. Definitely that. The Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
Yeah, I remember that being like a movie Mom was watching when we were kids, and I was like, "Is this probably over our heads? Or what the fuck's going on here?" That was the
Never seen
creepy babysitter, right?
Yeah. And he played like a slower character who gets like framed. He's really, really good in it.
Yeah, he's kind of like the John Coffey of a character there, isn't he?
Who Lenny from Of Mice and Men?
Yeah.
Same sort of deal.
Like the drink, only spelled different.
He's like, I got to protect the baby. And they're like, this crazy white bitch babysitter's trying to steal the baby and take over the husband. Get the husband's penis.
I don't want to see smooth-ass Ernie Hudson playing that kind of character.
You make me happy.
He's a little too charming probably for that.
You got a fine brain, Ernie.
Captain Wanta demands that they eat his sesame cake, and the crew gives him a stack of cash for safe travels further into the Congo. Wanta then tells Homolka to stop eating his sesame cake.
Stop eating my sesame cake.
Have some cake. Have some. He fucking
Fellas.
crams a big ass brick in his mouth.
I have made a sesame cake.
You have a sesame cake?
Oh,
is
shit.
it real?
You actually got
Made
sesame
this.
cake.
Yeah, I made it, man. Look at
It looks
that.
like
What
it's
the
pretty
hell
good.
is a
Look at
sesame
that.
cake?
So it is.
Damn, that's a lot of sesame seeds. What the fuck?
I
You
might have
gonna
went
break your
overboard on
teeth.
sesame. Well, I tried to make it like the movie, and the sesame seeds in the movie are like covered in it. So I tried. Anyway, there you go.
What makes a sesame cake? I've always wondered.
It is
Is it
a
sweet?
Chinese dish, from what I can understand, and it's basically like a normal ass cake,
It's like pound cake, right?
like pound cake with sesame seeds,
With sesame
and maybe
seeds.
a little more butter than usual.
Damn, are they good? Have you taken a bite yet?
I have not.
I want to see you eat this whole fucking thing now.
Y'all could go ahead and talk about
Dude,
yourself.
The next 30 minutes.
Captain Wanta, the shit he says.
Oh,
about,
he's eating it. He's biting it. He needs a
he's
glass of
going
milk,
in.
I could tell.
He needs some milk.
Woo!
Was it
That's
sweet?
a lot of flour. He get crumbled right in his mouth, dude.
Damn, like a damn dust cloud shot out when he bit into it.
But yeah, Captain Wanta, actually, this is an uncredited role. Mr. Delroy Linda. You guys know anything about Delroy?
Broken Arrow, big boy.
I know this dude from Gone in 60 Seconds. You remember him being that asshole detective who was trying to catch Nick Cage the whole time?
Mm-hmm.
He was also in Sinners. He's a pretty big part in Sinners from
Is he the one who eats the puss?
2025. He talk about eating some puss, that's for sure.
Ooh, I need a glass of milk. Shit.
He needs
Yeah.
some milk.
He's a big deal. I'd say he's probably like best supporting actor type deal in that movie. Honestly, he's great.
I don't know. Joe Pantoliano's in this too.
Talking about Sinners,
As
motherfucker.
Eddie
Joe
Ventura.
Pantoliano was in Sinners. I sure as hell
No,
missed
he
it.
was in.
I hope Joe
Motherfucker was
Pantoliano's
in
in
Bad
Sinners.
Boys. He was in Bad Boys, bitch.
I'm talking about Sinners, bitch.
Ain't nobody worried about Sinners. We're over that.
We're over that. It's literally the number one movie in America, motherfucker. We're literally. That's
Chris,
the one thing
what
we're
else
not
is out
over
right now, man?
Now. The Minecraft
What else
movie.
is out? Chris, Minecraft came out
The
4
$1
weeks
billion
ago.
fucking Minecraft movie.
No one gives a shit.
I can
Fucking
confirm
meme movie.
that Tim Curry's mouth was dry as hell after eating that.
Poor
Stop
Tim. He tried to
eating
spit
the
it out.
Sesame cake.
Joy, you got to tell Hootie to stop eating it now because we're trying to fucking record here.
Go ahead and eat it again. Hey, go ahead and eat
Yeah,
it.
hold on, go
Put
to
it in your mouth.
reset. Give it back to your
All right.
marks.
Go
Hootie,
ahead.
go ahead and eat some
Help
of the
yourself
cake.
to some.
yeah, like,
help
choke it
yourself
down.
to some of the cake.
He's pretending to eat. He's going to pretend to eat one now. Okay. Now what do we say? What do we tell him?
I gotta say, hold on. Go ahead and eat it. No, go ahead and eat it. Do it really. Do it for
Get
real.
your glass
I'm,
of
like,
milk.
I'm a method actor. I gotta see this.
It's crumbling.
Oh, he's eating. He's totally eating it right now. All right, we got to
Mr.
go. now.
Hamoka. Mr. Hamoka. Stop eating the sesame cake. Then you gotta look up at me. Like, you go, stop eating the sesame cake.
Please, Mr. Wanta.
No, that's when you spit it in your hand. Dude, all the shit he says about Hamoka is so fucking funny. He's talking about how he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he goes fucking hard on
What
it.
He's smacking
What
him
are
in the
you
head with his
doing?
wand.
What are you
For no
doing in
good
my
reason.
country, you bag of shit? This fellow is a big bag of shit.
Why are you hanging out with this big bag of shit?
He owes money to everybody everywhere he goes.
Yeah, fucking poor Homolka. I kind of like the guy at the end of the day.
And then Wanda takes this stack of probably 10,000 American dollars, puts it inside of a paper bag, staples it up, and goes,
That's an
don't
awkward
want
ass-
nobody picking.
That was a weird ass handoff, man. I was like, what the fuck? And it was like a really
She like-
sloppy staple job, too. I was like, what is this shit? Like a bag boy at Food Line over here.
The don't want nobody peeking line was too much.
Delroy's the man. It's one of Spike Lee's homeboys.
The crew meets up with Kahiga for a plane ride. Monroe tells the true story about Homolka and his obsession with the lost city of Zinj. They then have to parachute out of a plane with a gorilla.
Yeah, this was the scene of the damn movie for me, bro. Just watching this grown-ass man jumping out of a plane with a gorilla strapped to his chest.
Before we go any further, can you pronounce the actor who plays Cahiga?
I cannot. I know who it is. He's a great actor. I love him to death. He's in Ace Ventura 2. I can't say his name.
Wow. Not even going to try, huh?
And I'm going to try. I'll have it written down anyway. But
kids these days. But yeah, so we already met Joey Pants, right? At this point, he's the tour guide.
Eddie Ventro.
Yes.
At your service.
Eddie Ventro, uncredited as well. It's kind of weird to have these two kind of big actors like not in the credits at all.
Makes you wonder if they knew.
Yeah, I always wondered how like uncredited works. Is it like a declaration by the actor? I'm like, you know what? Give me my $50K and just don't put my name on this motherfucker.
Power move.
Or if it's something with the agents or something, you know? Or if it's like doing a favor. I've always wondered these things. But yeah, Joey Pants in The Goonies, The Matrix, of course. Memento, personal favorite, and Ready to Rumble. Right there at the top of the heap.
King me, baby. King me.
Fucking
crown me.
Ready to Rumble. Crown us. Crown us. Fucking Oliver Platt on the top rope.
They trek deep into the jungle and run into the Ghost Tribe, who have a Travicom dead body that they bring back to life, only to scream at sweet Amy.
Poor Amy just doesn't fucking belong anywhere, dude.
And that man was in Deadwood.
Oh, you're talking about my boy John Hawkes.
Yeah, boy.
John Hawkes is the shit. He was in From Dusk Till Dawn from 1996, Deadwood, Eastbound and Down, as well as, you better not miss this call out, the 4th season of True Detective.
Ooh, yes.
Night Country.
He is the dad in that.
Yes.
Oh, he's fucking old now.
John Hawkes is great. I love John Hawkes.
Put that together. Wow.
He's like such a slimy looking dude, but he can also play charming at the same time. Dustin. He's Kenny Powers' brother, Dustin, on Eastbound and Down.
Then, so we've been on a plane with the gorilla. We have jumped out of a plane with the gorilla. What's left, fellas? The crew then goes whitewater rafting with a gorilla.
Fucking poor Amy. She just puts in all this fucking stunt work and still gets a Golden Raspberry nomination.
I was watching some DVD and I was pausing doing this because I was trying to see if they made Amy paddle. And I couldn't see any, I didn't see any gorilla paddling in any frame. So
what the fuck is wrong with you, man?
I didn't even see a gorilla on the rafts. So I don't know where Amy was even at.
Bro.
Bitch, if you want a banana, you're going to paddle this fucking boat.
She's just smoking a cigarette.
I guess they drugged her because they talked about that.
Yeah, they keep putting pills in her bananas.
Ernie goes, the drugs are in the banana.
Yeah, I don't know what it was about the visual of them cutting that banana in half and cramming the pill into the banana. Like as a kid, I still remember like that exact, like the way the scene just plays out. It's like such a visual thing you never see in the real world. Somebody cutting a fucking banana in half.
Right in half.
I was like, never thought to do that when I was 10.
Shoving a Quaalude inside of it.
Putting fucking animal tranquilizers in here. But yeah, back to the plane before we get too far from it. I like the flare. They were shooting flares at the rockets. That was pretty fucking cool. I did like that scene a lot. And then Tim's dialogue when he's getting pushed out of the plane, he says, "Push me." And he gives him like a nudge. "Push me harder." I was like, this is like such like homoerotic energy, man. I'm loving it.
The crew then follows Amy's lead even deeper into the jungle. They find a Travicom plane that had crashed, which was sent after they landed. Amy sees her family. Can it not just be Travcom?
Anything else, man.
It sounds so dumb when I say it.
TC. I want to call it something else.
Then it goes back to his like megalomania. Like he's so self-absorbed that he has to name it after himself.
Amy sees her family while sporting a no-fear backpack. They walk away when she tries to talk to them.
So did you guys have any emotional attachment to Amy at this point?
Can I be honest?
She doesn't belong anywhere, man.
I thought that she talked more than she does in this film.
Oh, so you were disappointed by her lack of performance here.
That's why she got her ass.
Monkey to do some fucking tricks.
That's the thing. As soon as she uses it and it like off puts the other gorillas, they just take it off of her.
It's like her one skill set that makes her appealing to humans and makes her like a monster to the fucking gorillas.
I think that's the last time you see her with the device.
Yeah, at that point, Peter realizes he's done her wrong. He's done her a disservice. She wants to go home and be free. It's Free Willy, man.
It's Free Willy and a couple other films merged into one, yeah.
Set him free, baby. It's love. If you love something, you let it go.
But this was the realization when I saw this scene that, all the gorillas are fake.
Oh, you could tell this time around?
I could tell this time around. I was like, they are all fake. Okay. And then I thought
5-year-old self just died a little bit inside.
They had to do that because if they would have brought in real gorillas, it would have made Amy look just goofy as hell.
Yeah, you gotta have some. If you're gonna have those rules, I guess, in your world, then you kind of have to be fair across the board. Oh. Like if you come in with CGI gorillas and she's the only one that's not, how fucking stupid would that look? Like, okay, you can be half cartoon, you can't be an eighth cartoon.
That would have been Spielberg's idea.
Yeah, that's true. He would have made it work though.
Thanks to Amy, they arrive at the gates of the lost city of Zinj. Everyone goes inside the city except for Richard and Amy. Richard runs in shortly after, only to fall to his death from a gray gorilla.
So this gorilla like decapitates one of the natives and throws the fucking head and hits Homolka right in the chest.
Yeah, this is when it turns into a fucking horror movie right here, bro. So some pretty intense gorilla attacks.
From this point on, to your point, it's a horror movie. And from this point on, why in the hell did they think this was going to be a kid's movie?
I don't know. This is like, it's the whole Jurassic Park dilemma. I've been like debating this with myself the past few years. Like, at what age do you introduce these movies? Because up to a point, it is a kid's movie.
Yeah, it's PG-13.
Like, it's adventure. It's adventure up to a point. And then it's fucking not.
And there's decapitations. There's...
We could watch the first 45 minutes and then we'll take a break.
The movie starts out with somebody getting their eyeball torn out.
Yeah, that's pretty graphic as well.
Yeah, nastiness.
Bad gorilla. So bad.
Those gorillas.
Ugly. No, it's ugly gorilla.
Ugly gorilla.
Oh,
she calls Laura Linney ugly woman.
I forgot to bring that up. Yeah, ugly woman.
He bops her with that fucking egg. She says, "I want an egg." He takes the egg and just throws it at her.
Ugly woman. She's very jealous. So was this the slow motion ape attack here?
It's not slow motion. This shit is 5 FPS. Something happened with the recording, I think, and they just didn't want to redo it.
Oh, yeah.
Slow motion attack is a no for me. What are we doing, man?
I think they wanted it to come out, or the way they wanted it to be perceived by the audience is when they're in the dark tunnels and she's shooting that fully automatic pistol. It's either disorientation or the only light source is her pistol. You know,
so it's like muzzle flares,
a strobe light. It's like a strobe light effect.
But it's not. It's clearly slow
motion. It looks
motion.
like shit. It looks so bad.
It looks terrible.
It's poorly lit in slow motion with garbage, like you said, frame rate. I would rather just see less. Like, just make it dark and then you give me the footage as is instead of this slow motion shit.
Oh, I thought my video was fucked up. I had to go check like 2 or 3 other ones to make sure.
Who do you have to go about the damn VHS? The DVD scratched.
This was the one scene from my memory as a kid that was just so graphic that I remember this being just like traumatizing. But now as an adult, this scene was nothing.
Yeah, you've been through enough of the real, not the real shit, but the brutal shit. This isn't too bad. But I mean, put yourself in that mindset and be truly empathetic. If you're in the fucking Congo and a head comes flying at you, it's pretty fucking terrifying.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
That's true.
You're gonna have a response.
But I did like the dialogue too beforehand when he's talking to one of the guards, one of the native guys. He goes, "Claude, that's not a usual name for where are you from again?" He tells him, he goes, it doesn't sound like a name from there. He's like, "Have you ever been? How the fuck would you know?" He gets up and walks out.
The crew then just make camp for the night next to the killer gorillas that they just had to fight off and killed Richard. I thought that was wild. I don't know. Is that just normal?
Yeah, it is really weird that they, seems to me, like in my mind, again, I don't know the geography of the place, but they're like 10 feet from where they just were. They're like, okay, we'll just stay here tonight. We're safe.
Yeah, we can see the entrance to like the temple or whatever from the outside.
I was like, damn, I don't know if the budget just ran out here and we couldn't build more jungle or.
Well, to their credit, they have a perimeter set up. They have like a laser grid with fucking laser mounted turrets and
this is how
they have a
lasers
defense.
work.
They have defense against the apes.
Did y'all
They got
see
internet.
in the background there was the blue laser legit fence that they had built around the perimeter on top of little turrets?
Was it the laser you're talking about?
Yeah, it's like something you would see in like a bank vault.
Oh yeah. They were off until she decided to turn them on for some reason.
Well, you know.
So now they can see where the lasers actually are.
Boom.
Smart gorillas.
At daylight, the crew walks into a temple that has diamonds scattered across its floor next to the homes of the gray gorillas. Homolka begins to fill his jacket with large diamonds. The gray gorillas tear him apart.
Fucking Homolka, dog.
You know,
Gone
I
too
hate
soon.
that he's starting to go out like this, but one of my favorite parts of the movie is the validation of Homolka's obsession with the search for the
That
city.
shot's great.
Like,
He
he's
spins it
been
in
searching
his
for
hand.
this his whole life, and he just can't overcome his greed and his joy and desire for riches that he's been searching for forever.
He's
It
got
was
this little-
true.
And it
ring.
literally consumes him.
It's his boyhood dream, man. Did he say he found the ring when he was a child or something? Or he saw the eye, I guess is what it was, when he was a kid in the books.
And at this point, what's kind of glossed over, which I thought was a kind of a major plot point, was the lost city of Zinj. They were trying to create like a guerrilla army or something, and it turned on them, which is why the city is now
They're like bodyguard gorillas. They're there to protect the diamond mine, apparently.
yeah. And they could have
These gorillas,
explained
like,
it a lot
Bred,
better.
went rogue.
they were bred for violence.
They went like rogue, and now they've been the only occupants. I guess they killed their former masters. What the fuck are they eating to stay like as ripped as they are?
Well, you saw the big pile of gorilla bones. I guess that.
Yeah, they're literally eating other gorillas.
Amy.
I need to see some footage of that.
The gray gorillas kill everyone except Dr. Elliot, Dr. Ross, and Monroe. Amy helps save them by calling the gorillas ugly, and Dr. Ross uses the diamond laser gun to kill the rest of the gray gorillas.
She goes Call of Duty on this motherfucker. It's like she catches a diamond in midair and just fucking racks it in the damn laser cannon and just cutting gorillas in half. Ugly gorillas. And they all were like, what the fuck? Who said that?
They all look at her like she's an alien.
Oh shit, look at this bitch. Amy's the fucking MVP of this movie.
Dude,
Peter is
during
useless.
this scene where like the team outside of the three main characters are like trying to defend themselves and stay alive. Kahega is in the background fist fighting one of these fucking gorillas. He's like, you can see him like punching one in the face.
Was that the shirtless scene? I might have missed it. Was he wearing a shirt in that point?
I
You
did
gotta
not see
take
that.
the
That's
action
awesome.
figures out of the wrapper just to recreate that scene.
You just punch it, it's acting right in the head.
And Amy's got a little ugly gorilla, and then he's just fucking boxing one in the background.
When I first watched this, I thought, why were the gorillas afraid of Amy? Because they clearly eat gorillas. And then I realized, oh, it's because she was talking. Okay.
She's a fucking beast, dog. She comes in like King Kong off the fucking top rope. She jumps from like 30 feet in the sky and lands in the middle of these fucking ugly ass bastards. They all just start scrambling around and shit. They instantly respond to her, man. She's got like the dominance. Seems like they're all male too. I don't know if that was true or not. I guess they got to reproduce somehow though.
You don't know how old they are.
It's true. They could be eating diamonds for immortality.
Lava destroys the city of Zinj and the diamonds within. Dr. Ross finds a hot air balloon in the crashed Travicom plane that the crew uses to get out, while Amy reunites with her family once and for all. The end.
Dude, they were talking about how intelligent these gray gorillas were. There was parts in this where they're literally jumping. They're fucking cannonballing into the lava.
Yeah. This was like some of the most memorable imagery for me. Like, there's one shot where one of the gray gorillas, he's like approaching the camera at like a 45-degree angle, and I was like, I know exactly how this fucking shot goes because this is how vivid it was. He runs to the camera and gets overtaken by the lava. As it was happening, I was like, that's exactly what I fucking remember, dude. Like, I could have shot that with my own mind right there. It was so fucking cool.
I remember the ones that just like Joey said, cannonball into the lava. I didn't understand why they were doing that.
Maybe they're just like, fuck it, I'm done. We got punked by Amy the gorilla. We're done. That bitch got nominated for Golden Raspberry. I'm clocking out. They're ready to just go meet their maker.
Also, the silverback gorilla that we run into, the male, has like indoctrinated her into his harem.
Oh boy, this is a grooming type thing, you're saying?
Yeah.
He's grooming young Amy.
Yeah, because you're not.
Because
You just
Peter
assume.
sees him, he says, "Oh, it's a handsome fella." He was jealous.
Got his chest out and shit. You know he's got.
And I love how neither him nor Amy give a shit that Richard just got fucking murdered.
Nobody cares about anybody.
That's a great point.
Like, Richard literally like helped teach her sign language and raised her. It was probably closer to her than
She's
Peter
like,
was.
Richard who? Yeah,
Richard
he gave her
gone.
vitamins and shit. Richard was a bitch. Richard had that baby dick. But yeah, ultimately this movie is about letting go of your darlings.
So
Kind of had a nice little touching moment there at the end.
does it though? Because they're on the hot air balloon, the three of them, and then Dr. Ross just throws one of the diamonds away. And I didn't understand
She tells him to.
why that was necessary.
Lord Lenny was like, she told old dude at the beginning, if you send me out here and it wasn't about your son, then I'm going to take a shit all over your whole fucking program.
Yeah, the way she finds out that what his real intentions are, she says, "I have bad
Give
news.
you the fucking diamonds.
Charles, he was killed."
Did you get the diamonds? Did you get the goddamn diamond? Are they fucking there, bitch?
You know
He's
what's
like,
wild?
"Oh, remember what I said to you?
In the book, there's an epilogue of her doing what she did, but it's also an epilogue of Ernie Hudson's character keeping like 30 diamonds and selling them to like one of their competitors.
No, fuck.
That's
So it didn't make a
awesome.
difference in the end?
Because
Ernie got that bank.
if you're Monroe and you see this white lady throwing massive diamonds overboard, like, I would be pissed.
A lot of fucking people died for that lady.
A
I
lot.
should keep 2 or 3.
Apparently, that diamond was actually lost too, like in real life. Like, they really chucked that diamond out of a fucking balloon.
Oh, the quartz or whatever, they couldn't retrieve it?
Yeah, they couldn't retrieve it.
That's a fucking expensive mistake there.
This movie can get nothing right.
I told you, the budget on this movie, infinite.
And with that, fellas, what piece of memorabilia would you want to take home with you from Congo?
I'm going to take
for
that
me,
ring. The ring
the
off
ring?
of Homolka's finger, dog. Yeah, it's the most iconic little talisman that I could think of. You can't take the diamond, you piece of shit.
Bull fucking shit. You don't take the ring, you
No,
take the
dog.
gorilla decapitation laser.
Oh,
The
that's a good
gorilla
one.
killer laser.
Slicing off hands, cutting primates in half. Blowing up a fucking satellite like it's a Star Wars.
Oh, the
How
satellite
you gonna
thing
get the
was-
diamond?
Don't
Diamonds to
forget, they
fuel
blow
it,
up.
though.
They blow up the satellite with this laser.
They
She points
shoot
it straight up at that bitch.
into space.
She could have she should have aimed it at the fucking sun just to see what would happen.
Yeah.
That would have
Your
been
boy-
fucking wild.
Your boy Travis is like, with that kind of power, you know what you're capable of.
You
can get 20 gigs
per second. Since this is the future of the internet, I still don't understand what the fuck we were really there for. How are you gonna get the diamonds to fuel that thing, though, Joy?
It's already got a diamond in it.
So you're not
It
playing
comes
the game.
preloaded.
I got
It
the
doesn't
ring.
eat the diamond. It uses the diamond as a source of power.
Exactly. You need something that powerful for it to work, though. You
Like,
can't
it
get the diamonds.
it magnifies the actual beam.
You
Makes it
can't
that much
find
more
the
powerful.
diamond mines because you don't have the ring.
Let's back
di-
up.
I got the ring. I can go
Jesus
find the
Christ.
diamond mine.
What are you gonna say, Hootie? The fucking book to find the
No.
goddamn ring to begin with?
No, I
Who
want to.
wants
Is it
the shirt? That
I
one
wanna-
guy's shirt. What's his name?
Fucking Nostagu or whatever his name is. You want?
Come on. I want to break down. Say this all worked out, and they brought back all these diamonds, and they put them in the guns and the satellites and shit. Wouldn't people just steal them?
Like I said, I have no idea what the fuck we were really doing here, which
I
is
mean,
why I
it's-
don't see this being like a fantastic book in my mind. But
It's a damn baseball-sized diamond. Somebody's going to steal that thing.
yeah, I don't know.
So what I'm going to take home I thought about sesame cake, but I've already made it, so I already have it.
It's there.
I want to take Amy's talking device. I don't know how it works. I want to use it. I want to put it on my dog.
Motherfucker, you got mouth.
I can put it on my dog.
You teach his fucking dog how to use her thumb and index finger.
Please.
I guarantee you'll have it on your dog for a day, and it'll be like, all right, I got to turn this shit off.
You got
Shut this fucking dog up. All he talks about is licking peanut butter off of Hootie's butthole. He's like, all right.
More peanut butter.
We don't talk about that in front of people. Can we do more peanut butter, Dad? Oh, God.
Peanut butter.
Fucking company over. We got company over. You got to shut that up. This is getting fucking awkward.
All right. Let's bring this puppy home. Chris, what'd you think about 1995's Congo?
All right, boys. You finally did it. You brought it to the table. It is here. 1995's Congo is a guilty pleasure, Jim. And it is peak 90s schlock in the best possible way. Killer Gorillas, that's a check. Talking Apes, they got that too. Tim Curry going ham on diamonds. Fuck yes. The special effects are gloriously dated, and the plot is bananas. But I'd be damned if it isn't entertaining, man. Laura Linney shoots a gorilla with a fucking laser gun, and Ernie Hudson goes full safari, man. B-movie absurdity with an A-list budget. And it delivers. I give Mr. Marshall a B for Congo. Now stop eating my sesame cake.
Here we are, the horrible film school century mark. And what better way to bring it in than with the legendary Congo? For me as an adult, and even more so as a kid, the highlight of the film is the creature design and practical makeup of the gray gorillas and Amy. Stan Winston and his crew outdid themselves, and I'm in awe of it today just as much as I am, or as I was when I saw it for the first time almost 30 years ago. While some of the other effects of the movie don't hold up as well over the years, namely the lava, for me the primates are just as impressive today as they were back in the mid-90s. The supporting actors and subsequently their roles really carried the movie. Ernie Hudson as the charismatic Monroe Kelly, and Tim Curry as the hilariously over-the-top Herkimer Homolka, and even Amy the Gorilla. Sadly, they're tasked with making up for the forgettable performance of the film's lead. The chemistry between those two is non-existent. Monroe and Ross coincidentally had far more chemistry and would have made for much more entertaining bedfellows. Admittedly, a guilty pleasure of mine, that doesn't change the fact that Frank Marshall's Congo feels like a half-baked B-movie piggybacking off the success of Jurassic Park while masquerading as a big-budget action thriller. I don't always crave steak. Sometimes I want a fried bologna sandwich with mustard on mayo-slathered butter bread. And that's what we have here, something a lot of people wouldn't look twice at, something some people wouldn't even eat on their hungriest day. But for me, I would voraciously devour it with a smile on my face. 1995's Congo grades out with a B.
Congo is a movie that, for me, is the quintessential 90s nostalgic experience that just immediately takes me back to my childhood in the first frame. The movie that I had in my mind was not quite the one that I recently watched. The gorilla, Amy, did not talk as much, and her family was fake. I remember them being real. The acting is so over the top in Congo that it's almost charming, looking at you, Tim Curry, and Ernie Hudson, while the script and directing fall flat at every possible moment. Did Congo hold up to the film I had in my mind? No. Would I still recommend this movie to our audience? If for nothing else, for the talking gorilla named Amy? Oh, hell yes. I give Congo a B.
For that golden raspberry performance, Amy the talking gorilla. Hell yeah. Hope she's doing all right out there in the wild. I know she's still out there. Just like Free Willy in my heart. She's out there. So, all right, boys, it is time to join hands and step to the threshold that is our 100th episode together. Shoulder to shoulder, hand in hand, balls to the walls. We're going on to 101, my guys.
Dalmatians?
If you remember, 101 Dalmatians. I'm going Glenn Close for this motherfucker right here. If you remember correctly, our last Rotten Tomatoes audience score game featured a winner, which was your boy. So, as per usual, I'll be leading us on our journey into the 101st episode. But we did take a stab, unbeknownst to the audience, at Congo, based on our preconceived notions about where it would sit on the same meter here. Joey said it would be a 35. Hootie said a 40, and I said a 50. Congo on old Rotten Tomatoes was at a 29% for the audience score. Fucking hell.
That's too much.
That's too fucking much, dude. So we bid farewell to Congo, and so yeah, me having won the last game that mattered, I get to choose what's next. So you boys, you may be able to guess this. I may have alluded to this a few episodes back, but I got a blind spot I need to cover in order for me to be able to watch a recent movie that was recommended by somebody I trust. So we are stepping back on 101 to 1976 to go check out a movie every parent should probably have to watch at some point. A little movie called The Omen.
Ooh.
From 1976.
A blind spot across the board for me.
You seen this one, Joy?
No, these movies have so many fucking sequels and so many prequels. There's got to be a reason behind it, right?
Yeah, the most recent one is supposed to be like a big deal. Like last year, it was one of those sleeper hits. I felt like I couldn't go watch it without doing my due diligence first. Alrighty, folks, we are going to watch a trailer for 1976's The Omen on YouTube. You can check out that trailer with our reactions synced in there on our YouTube channel. Otherwise, we will be right back here with you in a few moments. All right, boys, there is the trailer for The Omen from 1976. So, our Made or Meter game, if you're new to the show, welcome to episode 101 to be. We're going to take a guess at that audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. If we can get within 5 points, we can choose what to watch next. Otherwise, we will be hit up with a random assignment. This is my choice, so I shall abstain from the guess. So, between you two boys, where is The Omen at on that fan score on Rotten Tomatoes?
Let's go high. Let's go 70%.
Ooh, I'm going to go even higher. I'm going to go 80%.
Ooh, I'm thinking Hootie might be closer to the right there. We'll see. Alrighty, folks, you can stream this movie absolutely nowhere. I looked into it, couldn't find it anywhere. Not available. But rent or buy, wherever you choose to do those things. I bet you can even find this mofo at your local library. Shout outs to Mr. Hootie there.
You know I will.
Well, we did it, folks. 100 episodes in the can. So for the 100th time, I happily say thank you for listening. We do appreciate the attention, the ears, the laughs, everything you've given us, everything we've given you. Glad to have done it. So we appreciate it. Cheers to you. Check out horriblefilmschool.com. You can find links to all those episodes. You can get our social channels, the merch store. You can always support us for free in those 3 easy ways. Rate, review, and subscribe. If you're feeling really generous, what else to send us? Nothing would serve us better than a little bit of that sesame cake. But me personally, I would be sending my support to women pining for beautiful big-chinned men in the deep, dark jungle of the Congo.
With that, if you're hearing our voices for the 100th time, spread that love, spread the campaign that is the Horrible Film School. And with that, I'm going to go try to figure out how to get rid of 6 perfectly packaged Congo action figures. And I'm out.
You probably need to worry about getting rid of the other 3 pounds of that cake you made.
That's sesame cake. I'll take it.
Thanks for all the likes, the subs, the listens, the follows, the downloads. We really appreciate you guys and gals' support all these years, and look forward to many more, as well as your time and your attention. Be sure to join us next time when we finally meet Damien, the first time ever in 1976's The Omen. Class dismissed.